imagine this. A warm summer evening,
Yeah.
sun going down over Simi Valley, and you're at the Reagan Library.
Okay.
But instead of it being all quiet, you might actually hear, the start of Hotel California.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's the scene laid out in our source material today. A Reagan Library evening, Eagles, tribute, and dinner from CLAIR News Simi Valley.
Right.
So our mission today is really to unpack this unique event. How does it blend these things that seem so different? Rock music, presidential history.
And a specific dinner menu.
We want to figure out what makes this combination tick, why the article calls it a perfect summer evening. You sent this article in, and yeah, we can see why it caught your eye.
It's definitely an unusual mix.
It is. Let's start with the basic idea.
Okay.
It's an Eagles tribute band, yes, but it's also mixed with museum exhibits, with dinner. Part of this Sunset Dinner series they do.
This one's set for Friday, August 8th.
So it's clearly not just a concert or just, a trip to the museum. It's something else entirely.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating, I think, is how intentionally they blend those elements. It's not accidental.
Right.
You've got the energy and nostalgia of classic rock hitting up against the maybe seriousness of a presidential library.
Yeah, it widens the appeal, doesn't it? That's not just for history buffs or just for music fans.
Absolutely. And the source highlights the setting itself, quiet and open, feels farther away from the city buzz, even though it's apparently quite close to neighborhoods.
Creates a bit of an escape.
That seems to be the idea, yeah. Transporting you somewhere familiar, but also different.
And that feeling of being transported, it really comes through when they talk about the music side of things. This Eagles tribute band, they're not just, playing the songs. The article says they're recreating a sound that's lasted through decades.
Focusing on the details.
Yeah, the harmonies and solos that fans know by heart. What about the specific songs? Does the article mention what people can expect?
It does. It specifically names Hotel California, Desperado, and Lion Eyes. So the big hits.
Classics.
Definitely. And it notes this isn't the first time for this band at the library. They've played there before.
Okay.
And apparently the set list consistently gets people up and dancing. So it's a tested formula.
Yeah, it sounds like they know it works for that crowd. The atmosphere is described as not rowdy, but it's not quiet either.
A nice balance.
Right. People clapping, singing along, finding their way to the dance floor later on. It sounds quite communal, actually.
It does. And that sort of relaxed communal vibe seems built into the whole evening's plan, which brings us to another key part, the food.
Ah, yes, the food. Because it's not just background noise, is it? It's a proper sit-down meal prepared by the presidential chef.
Which definitely adds a certain cachet.
A presidential touch. So what's on the menu? Besides the mysterious chicken cacciatore.
Well, that's the main event. It's served with green beans and roasted potatoes. Standard comfort food, almost.
Okay.
There's a vegetarian option, too, which is good. And for dessert, a choice between red velvet cake and seasonal berries.
Nice options.
Yeah. And drinks are included coffee, hot tea, iced water. You can ask for iced tea specifically. It sounds like a solid, satisfying meal.
And the timing is key, isn't it? The article points out the food comes early.
Right. So guests have time to eat and talk before the music starts.
It reinforces that idea. The whole thing unfolds slowly, no rush.
Exactly. It sets that relaxed pace, which is important because there's more to it than just food and music.
The history part.
The history part. The library opens its exhibits for these events. That's a pretty unique perk.
So what kind of access do guests get? Is it the main museum areas?
Yes, you can walk through the main galleries. They cover Reagan's life, the presidency, that whole era. But the real showstopper, according to the article, is the Air Force One pavilion. That's also open.
Ah, the plane itself.
The actual plane, yeah. The full aircraft once used by 7 U.S. presidents. It describes it as polished and enormous, lit from within as the sky dims outside.
Wow, that must be quite a sight in the evening.
I imagine so. Very dramatic.
And the timing for that access, how does it fit in?
So the main galleries close a bit earlier, but the Air Force One pavilion stays open until 9.
So plenty of time.
Yeah, the article stresses it's paced so you don't have to rush. Time to see things, eat, then enjoy the music. It feels very thoughtfully planned out.
It really does. Okay, so if people are thinking this sounds like their kind of evening, let's get into the practical details, tickets and all that.
Right, the nitty-gritty.
General admission is listed at $96.95. There's also a VIP option for $115.95.
And what do the VIPs get for the extra cash?
Early access and better seating. VIP check-in starts way earlier, 3:30 p.m., compared to 5:30 p.m. for general admission.
Okay, a couple extra hours.
Yeah. And if you're going with friends, parties of 4 or more can request a reserved table.
Good to know.
But here's the important heads up. Reservations close Monday, August 4th, and you have to book online beforehand. No walk-ins.
Right, advanced booking only. Makes sense. What about things like dress code, parking?
Dress code is casual, seems like jeans, summer clothes are fine, but they do recommend bringing a jacket, for when it cools down after sunset.
Sensible advice for Southern California evenings.
Exactly. And parking is free and usually well organized, which is always a relief.
Definitely takes away one potential stressor. And it's interesting how that article frames this whole thing, isn't it? As sort of a local highlight.
Yeah, it says it reminds people why they live here. Live music without the hassle of driving into LA or dealing with, huge venues and ticket prices.
It positions it as a community benefit almost, a very specific Simi Valley kind of experience.
That's a good way to put it. It embodies the Simi Valley rhythm. The article calls it quiet, steady, and worth showing up for. It's designed so you want to linger just a little longer. Doesn't matter if you're a huge Eagles fan or just someone who likes, a nice meal outdoors.
It's about the whole package, the atmosphere.
Exactly.
You are listening to CLAIR News, Simi Valley.